welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara, and the bonus. We're doing some late night reacts over on Twitch. Well, technically early morning. It's like 4 a.m. right now. But look, man, this whole Drake and Kendrick beef has me revisiting a bunch of Kendrick's old music. I actually got hella reactions to Section 80 that I did last year that I never put out. Look out for the channel for those. I gone back and reacted to all the hard parts. During my time growing up, I grew up around the time where I was starting to like really get deep in Kendrick's music when he released the hard part for it. I was a fan before that, but at this point, I was like deep in. Like I had listened to Good Kid, Mad City. I listened to Pimp a Butterfly. I remember waiting for that album drop. I was super in, mind you, I was waiting for the album drop because of what Kendrick said at the end of this song. So I have listened to this song before because I listened to it as soon as it came out. I remember listening to this shit in my science class, mid science class. I was like, oh my God, Kendrick dropped. Nobody cared around me. Nobody cared. Nobody was a fan of Kendrick in my age range. But I was so geeked. It's like, oh my God, he just went off. He just went crazy. He just talked about somebody crazy. But I want to go back and re-listen to it after the beef because there is some lines like, you know, obviously if you are a fan, you know the song starts by him saying, "Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell it about you." And that popped back up in the beef. And if you were a Kendrick fan, you knew that shit as soon as he said it in the song. I think that was Euphoria. So it got me kind of excited. And I'm like, you know what? I remember some bars where I thought he was talking about Big Sean. Like most of us thought he was talking about Big Sean. But I'm like, nah, if I re-listen, I might notice he low-key might be talking about Drake. So here we are 7 years later. I'm gonna re-listen and I guess like do a breakdown on the lyrics. You know, I haven't listened to the song in a minute, but I remember what it sounds like. It's iconic. Let's do it, y'all. The hard part for, make sure I leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what are some Kendrick deep cuts that I should check out. So for context, I've listened to Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp a Butterfly. Damn, I mean, most of his discography aside from Overly Dedicated, which I will be doing a reaction to that. So if y'all want to pull up to the stream, drop a follow. The link's pinned in the comments. You could come through, and when I react to the album, be there. Allegedly Kendrick got an album coming out in June, allegedly. So I'm gonna try to get through most of his stuff by June and shit. And if he don't come out with nothing, I'm gonna have a bunch of Kendrick stuff that I haven't reacted to up on my channel. So check that out. I'm gonna actually make a Kendrick Lamar playlist. My fellow K-Dot fan. But let's go ahead and get into it. The hard part for re-listen after 7 years. Mind you, I know a lot of the lyrics. Like, it's just like automatic, bro. I listened to this shit on loop. I was starving for music when he put this out, bro. Mind you, I'm one of them people that was spinning the untitled throwaway songs he put out. I was spinning that like it was an album every day. Listen to that every day. I remember when he dropped that, it was like Christmas Day, bro. Like when this artist like Kendrick or even like Cole and they drop randomly, like that shit is a moment.
Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. 30 minutes later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Travel around the atlas in a spaceship, candy-coated. My day shift been devoted to fucking up bundles of paper.
Bro, this is one of my favorite Kendrick songs. Like, it just is. Like, the vibe he had on this, the way his energy switched from, like, here to the next part, bruh. And mind you, like, I'm thinking back to how I felt listening to it the very first time. Okay, Kendrick got some chill stuff. Then he turned up all of a sudden. And I was like, what? And I have nobody to react to it with back then. Nobody cared about Kendrick at that point. Everybody was like Drake fans and stuff, you know. So I was like the only one geeked out about this. The only people I saw that had the same reaction was like reactors that I was watching on YouTube and like people in the comments. That was it.
Pi equals 314. The devil's pie is big enough to justify dope thing. Wait up. Lamping in Jamaica, the clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this seed in the soil. Is classified.
Like, bro, anybody that heard this song and thought there could be a competition between Drake and Kendrick musically, lyrically, in any category is insane. Like anyone that genuinely thought that was insane. Like us Kendrick fans, we knew what it was because we know the man music. But all these clowns, let's call them what they are, clowns, they're here acting like, oh, Kendrick can't compete with you. Bro, I've heard the nigga go off on people in his music whole career.
I'm satisfied when I strategize my kids' future. I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot you.
Mind you, that theme has music. That line he said, I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot you, echoed that sentiment and damn that did come after this, right? There's a whole song where someone's like asking Kendrick what would he do if his son got shot. He's like, bruh, I'm no different than you. I said, I can't sugarcoat the answer for you. This is how I feel. If somebody killed my son, that means somebody getting killed. Tell me what you do for love, loyalty, and passion for all the memories collected, the moments you can never touch. What he say? I'll kill a nigga then throw the blower in his lap. Myself to the court like, bitch, I did that. Ain't no black power when your baby killed by a coward. Like, the nigga told us. That's why the angle Drake took, like, trying to act like Kendrick was some messiah that like exalted himself as some perfect guy. Like that was so capped to any of us that heard his music because pretty much all Kendrick's albums has been him peeling back the layers of himself as a person, his complexity, his hypocrisy, and him telling us how unholy he is, telling us how much shouldn't be looked to as an example for anything, whereas different than this. So it's like that was never gonna work. You can't like attack someone when they've already like attacked themselves in a movie. Like I just feel like that was a bad angle to take, but I know that's the only angle he had because skill wise, Greg and his writers can't even come close. So that's all they had, and I feel like even with that, they could have went somewhere else, but they just weren't talented or skilled enough to actually attack Kendrick from some good angles. They couldn't even dive deep into the things where they did have good points. So it was just an L all around. But you know, looking back at this song is A.
When I strategize my kids' future, I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot you. I done vandalized the industry for a circuit, the earthiest / thirstiest nigga you know versus this scum of a land that transcend two surfaces. The richer the poor, the bigger the picture, the more blood pours. But don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. Don't tell a lie on me.
My part.
Tell the truth about you.
My fans can't wait for me to son your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll be pulling your punk ass, you a scared little bitch. Tiptoeing around my name, nigga, you lame.
When I get at you, homie,
Don't you tell me you were just playing.
I was just playing, K-Dot. Come on, you know a nigga rock with you, bro. Shut
the fuck up, you sound like the last nigga I know. Might end up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't wanna clash, nigga, I know. Come on, bruh. Like, this is iconic now. Like, at the time, I already felt his energy. I knew he meant this shit. But now, oh my God. This verse has to go down in history. It has to go down in history because this applied to everybody. Hey, my nigga Cole, that's my goat, but he gotta catch it straight with me. I'm not going. Because the tiptoeing around my name, nigga, you lame, and when I get at you, homie, don't you tell me you were just playing. That definitely applies to Cole. Because it's like, he did it to himself, though, mind you. He did it to him. It didn't have to go that way. Right? Now, mind you, Cole didn't tiptoe around Kendrick's name. He brought up Kendrick's name in terms of giving respect, but then at the same time said he feel like he Muhammad Ali, which gave Kendrick a right to be like, no, you're not Muhammad Ali. It's just Big B, sir. Actually, but it's like that whole sentiment of like, I remember they tried to put an article together of rappers that's apologized to Kendrick Lamar. So like he gets to have that narrative live forever. That every time someone comes at him, they apologize or they don't even try. So his boogeyman persona is like times 10. Whatever he said about himself, this whole rap beef has like made him look like a prophet, bro. It's made him look like a prophet. Bessie said he been angry. Exactly. That's what I don't understand. Niggas act like Kendrick just got like this. He's been like this.
You're lame, and when I get at you, homie, don't you tell me you was just playing.
And this definitely does apply to Drake. Yeah, maybe at the time we thought it applied to Big Sean, but shit, it must have been a public service announcement to all of them. Like, literally, bro was talking to everybody.
Oh, I was just playing, K-Dot. Come on, you know a nigga rock with you, bro. Shut the fuck up. You sound like the last nigga I know. Might end up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't want to clash, nigga, I know. I put my foot on the gas, head on the floor, hopping out before the vehicle crash. I'm on the road, yelling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am the greatest rapper alive. So damn great, motherfucker, I've died. What you hearing now is a paranormal vibe. House on the
Now, at the time, I didn't really understand that line until recently because it never clicked for me. Like, I always knew the lyrics, but it didn't click for me what he was saying. Right? So it's like, you know how sometimes they say people don't get their flowers until they're dead. People don't get the credit they deserve until they're dead. So he's basically saying, I'm the greatest rapper alive, and I'm so great that I've already died. And that's why I'm the greatest, because y'all not gonna realize that I'm the greatest until I'm gone. So I'm gonna just go ahead and call myself the greatest rapper alive now and put myself in the same category as people that caught greats after they die. He's like, bro. And then the way the production switches to a more paranormal, ominous, scary type sound during this part is definitely intentional. So I kind of like how he did that. I like how he did that. It just shows us creativity, but I think as I got older, it finally clicked to me what he was getting at and then how the production tied into that shit. So I love that moment. I love that moment. So he's like, bro, I've died, and what you're hearing now is just the ghost of me. That's how great I am. Right now, you're hearing a paranormal vibe that represents my greatness, pretty.
4, 5. I am the greatest rapper alive. So damn great, motherfucker, I've died. What you hearing now is a paranormal vibe. House on the hill, house on the beach, nigga. A condo in Compton, I'm still in reach, nigga. I'm fresh out the water, I'm about to breach, nigga. The 5-foot giant woke up out of his sleep, nigga. Oh yeah, more cars, more leers, more bars, no peers, no scars, no fear. Fuck y'all sincere. I heard the whispers, I heard the whispers. You know what the risk is. Earthed in ditches, your body reverting to stiffness. The whole world going mad, bodies is adding up. Markets about to crash.
Niggas is fake rich, bitches is fake bad. Blacks that act white, whites that do the dab.
Donald Trump is a chump, know how we feel, punk. Tell him that God coming. And Russia need a replay button, y'all up to something. Electoral votes look like memorial votes. But America's truth ain't ignoring the votes. It's blast.
And then the nigga just started talking about random political shit. Well, it wasn't random, but like pretty intentional. But like, I love how he put that though, because it really captured the time. It really did capture the time. The markets did crash in like 2018. You know, like this is in 2017. The stock markets did crash the next year. You know, and I like how he did this. Like the way that he presented it, right? It wasn't just straight up like, oh, fuck Donald Trump, you know, or oh, like, you know, he's basically telling us points that we've already heard, but in a different way, right? I just like the way that he presents information, right, in a way that's like new and fresh, even though he's saying the same thing maybe a lot of other people are saying. He just saying a completely different way. You know what I'm saying? I just like this whole flow, cadence, rhyme scheme he got. The whole world going mad. Bodies is adding up. Market's about to crash. You know, bodies is adding up. I'm sure he's talking about like war or something. Niggas is fake rich. Bitches fake bad. He said a lot with just saying that. Like, he ain't got to say nothing else. That literally encapsulates the time of like when social media was really starting to pick up steam and people start really like creating fake personas of themselves and really like living different. This was kind of that time where we start seeing that shit. We start seeing how bad social media could be in terms of changing people's expectations about how much money you should have or what you should look like, and then people faking like they have that money or those looks. And then Donald Trump, obviously president, we ain't even gotta say nothing. And Russia need a replay button, you know, talking about the investigation about Russia colluding in the election and stuff. So it's like he said a lot just in this. You know what I'm saying? You know, watching that video, But Lupe Fiasco was hella interesting because he said something that it got my brain thinking like, oh, okay, that's interesting. He was saying something along the lines of like, rap is a very efficient way of communicating because you can't use words that's too complicated or you're going to lose your audience. You also don't want it to be too simple because that's preschool, elementary. But at the same time, you basically want to get as much information across with few words as possible. And that's the beautiful thing. That's the beauty and the creativity of it all. So yeah, I just love it.
The whole world going mad, bodies is adding up, markets about to crash, niggas is fake rich, bitches is fake bad, blacks that act white, whites that do the dab, Donald Trump is a chump, know how we feel, punk, tell them that God coming, and Russia need a replay button, y'all up to something, electoral votes look like memorial votes, but America's truth ain't ignoring the votes, it's blasphemy,
How many gonna blasphemy?
I prophesied on my last song,
you laughed at me, and I'm not gonna lie, I prophesied on my last song, you laughed at me, bro. How many songs can Kendrick say he prophesized on? Bro, like, this whole beef has made Kendrick look like actual prophet. It's made him look like a genius. No glaze, like, literally.
When the shit get bracket, don't you ask for me. How many leaders go tell you the truth after me? G Malone, big bro, kudos to him.
I was too old from an M, trying to be big as M.
30 million later, my future favorite.
Oh, by the way, he said as big as M. I have that Eminem and Kendrick song on my playlist. So if y'all want to see me react to that, let me know in the comments. Leave a like. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that one out soon. It's on my list. And also I'm gonna react to the Eminem and Rhapsody song. Shout out to her. Her album just came out. One of the best rappers, period. Not gonna call her best female rappers. I would say Rhapsody to me is the best female rapper. But she is one of the best rappers, period. You know, that's it. What's that in the chat? Yo, what's good? I tell you how we feeling, fam.
It's the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits.
You looking at me in Chucks, I'm looking at y'all suits.
Me and Top Dog playing rock, paper, scissors in court. A real hustler lose money just to go get some more. I said it's like that. Drop one classic, came right back. Another classic, right back. My next album, the whole industry on the ice pack. With TOC, you see the flames in my EYEs. It's not a game and the whole world is going mad, daddy. It's sad, daddy. My only advice, go and get you a Baghdaddy. Libaka, on trial trying to portray a boxer. Beating up on my niggas while the COs watch them. Tables turn, lesson learned, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook. Go celebrate with your team and let victory vouch you. Just know the next game play.
More culturally relevant stuff. This year was Russell Westbrook's MVP season after KD left him on the OKC Thunder. This is cultural context that needs to be there. That was a pretty big deal because the OKC Thunder was on a trajectory to be a championship team and lost to the Warriors in Game 7 after being up 3-1. Horrible. And then KD went and switched to be on the Warriors team. So that was a pretty big cultural moment right there because hip-hop and basketball are like right together. So you're always going to hear rappers reference athletes in their music. It's just a fact, right? So I love how he used that little cultural moment in basketball to like represent how he feels about himself and anybody that switches up on him, right? Said tables turn, lesson learn, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook, right? Because when Westbrook got left by KD, he went on a crazy run. He averaged a triple-double the whole season. That's hard, bro. A lot of people don't have a triple-double in their career. That's basically hitting double digits in three categories of the box score. So like having double-digit points, double-digit rebounds, and double-digit assists or blocks or anything. But he averaged that for a whole season. So he was on like a revenge tour. Like, oh, you left me? Hold on, I'm about to have the best year of my career. And he did have one of the best seasons ever. So I like how he adds on to that. He says, go celebrate with your team and let victory vouch you. Just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you. Technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm foul. They throwing me out, you throwing a towel. Look at the crowd, they look at my smile and smirk and smile, calm but urgent. That ain't the style. Hey, you know, if you're a Kendrick fan, you know how this whole thing go. But I love how he played off of that, right? And then he played off of that Westbrook basketball theme. and then start going to the technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm fouled. And if you don't know basketball, you're not gonna understand what he's saying with that shit, right? A technical foul is what you get when you say a technical. You either get that when you're acting crazy, like towards the ref, maybe you throw something at the crowd, maybe you just do something something provocative, something that they don't want you to do, you're doing it. So they're gonna give you a technical foul to try to calm you down, right? Then he says technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm fouled, right? I'm fouled, right? I think he's saying I'm foul, like I'm foul, like I'll do you wrong, I'll do you dirty, nigga. I'll do some fuck shit right now. But a foul is also a flagrant foul and a technical foul. Now the flagrant foul is an upgrade from a technical foul, right? So he starts off saying technical foul, which is the like that's like a warning, right? You get one tech, that's a warning. You get two techs, you're kicked out the game. So he says, nah, I jumped from a technical foul to a flagrant foul. A flagrant foul is like the worst foul that you could get in the game. A flagrant one and then a flagrant two. A flagrant one, I believe you get fined. I think that's like unnecessary. It's like, what is it? It's like unnecessary and excessive contact, or maybe it's just unnecessary contact. I gotta look up the definition. But it's one of those. And then, but long story short, I want to get the official definition for y'all. But long story short, a flagrant foul is the worst penalty you can get. It's like what you get when you like punch somebody in a game, right? You get a flagrant two, you're kicked out the game immediately as soon as you get that. So if they say it's unnecessary and excessive contact, I believe that's what a flagrant foul. So he's saying, right? Next, just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you. He's telling you his mentality about anybody that switches sides on him, right? But he's using basketball to paint the picture and the rules of basketball to paint the picture how he'll go outside the rules of what's allowed just to make a point about you, which more prophetic shit because he did do that in the beef. He wrote a letter to the man's son, mom, dad, and then him, and then made a club banger calling the man a PDF file. So, I mean, hey, he did not lie. So I just need to explain that little technical foul, flagrant, you know. And then, of course, he says technical foul and flagrant. I'm fouled. They throwing me out. You throwing the towel. Now, when you get a flagrant foul or two technical fouls, they throw you out the game. So you see how he's still playing off of that shit. Then he says, they throwing me out. You throwing the towel, right? When someone throws in a towel, that's a saying for when someone gives up, right? He said, they throwing me out and you giving up. Look at the crowd. They, you know, so then I love how he like plays off of that shit and how he like puts these raw moments into the song, like these expressions, like you'll hear him, you can hear a ball in the paper up. He's like, that ain't the style, fuck. Then he like, you know, you can hear him like almost throw the paper ball, like he's scratching an idea, then go into something else. That's my favorite part of the song. It's always been my favorite part. It's so raw, authentic, creative. Like this, to me, is the best part.
While the CEOs watch them, tables turn, lesson learned, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook. Go celebrate with your team and let victory vouch you. Just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you.
Okay, here's the official definition of flagrant foul. It says a flagrant foul is a personal foul that involves excessive or violent contact that could injure the foul player. A flagrant foul may be unintentional or purposeful. So yeah, that's the official definition.
Foul, I'm flagrant, I'm foul.
Let's go back.
Just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you. Technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm foul. They throwing me out, you throwing the towel. Look at the crowd, they no, I don't like that. Look at my smile, I'm smirking.
Calm but urgent, that ain't the style.
Fuck.
So many verses, you live in denial. Fuck. So many verses, I never run out. You're making them nervous, the music's loud.
Oh, Jay-Z, Hall of Fame,
Sit your punk ass down.
So that means you ain't bigger than rapping. So that means no more playing the back scenes. My spot is solidified if you ask me. My name is identified as that king.
Now that line right there. Now here you go. Now this line right here stands out to me. So that means you ain't bigger than rapping. That means no more playing the back seats. Now I'm not sure what he means about the back seats. You know, I know what playing the back means. So I don't know if that's where he's going with it. But as for the you ain't bigger than rapping, I feel like that definitely applies to Drake. I feel like he started to think he was bigger than rap and bigger than the culture, and that's why he underestimated Kendrick, right? Because he lived in this bubble where people made excuses and lowered the bar for him. He's like, hey, you're not bigger than that. And I think Kendrick definitely proved that throughout this whole situation.
Me. My name is identified as that king. I let y'all worry about the list. I'm on some other shit. A difference between accomplishments and astonishments. You know what time it is, Annie up. This is him forever. Y'all got till April the 7th to get y'all shit together. Let's get it.
And mind you, when I heard that, April the 7th, oh my God. Bro, you couldn't tell me that album wasn't coming out April 7th. I was so geeked, man. I was like, oh my, April 7th. I'm setting alarms and shit. I'm like, oh my God, Kendrick's album coming, his album coming. Right? And it didn't come out. It did not come out on April 7th, actually. But he had me hyped, though.
Annie up, this is him forever. Y'all got till April the 7th to get y'all shit together. Let's get it. Left. On phone now.
I love this song, bro. It's one of my favorite songs by Kendrick, bro. It's one of my favorite songs. Hey, man, let me know what y'all think about it. What lines stand out to y'all differently now versus when the song first came out? That's what I'm curious about. Make sure y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Kendrick and Drake documentary on the way, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Drop a follow to the Twitch. The link's pinned in the comments and in the description. And until next time, you're out.